Hi there. Welcome to a tutorial on how to install CubeScript and get it set up for your environment that you're going to be working in. First things first, give you a bit of time to catch up, open a web browser. Second thing, do note that we are going to be using the version 1.2, also known as the Expanse, for CubeScript. So bear in mind if this tutorial gets out of date. It's pretty much the same thing for all for all the versions until one of them, which then you can add to your path. But enough yapping, let's get on to it. We're going to go to cubescript.vercel.app. Then we're going to click the downloads button. See how it says Windows and Linux? It's a combined package because I was too lazy to copy a couple of CSS and HTML tags and then bring it over. But essentially what you want to do is you want to hit download. This should download. Yes, this downloads 1.2. Yippee, that's good. Then get your IDE or code editor of choice. If you're a NeoVim type person, you're gonna need a console to on the side of it to test your stuff. If you're a MV Chad, dual screen consoles or terminals. It helps. So now when you're inside your editor, I'm using Visual Studio Code Insiders because that's the only thing I have installed, and it's what supports my plugins for the out-of-date and beta ones. What we're going to do is we're going to go File, Open Folder. Let's go Downloads. I don't know. Create a new folder. Let's name it Test. YouTube Test. From here, we're going to select the folder. It should open the folder on the sidebar. Then, once everything is loaded, we're going to go down to the bottom of the screen and drag up. Should open the terminal. You can also do Control J. Control B is to open and close the sidebar. Control J you can use to open and close the terminal. And from here, we're going to right click in here, Reveal in File Explorer. This should give us a window that contains our stuff. From here, we can go back to our web browser, go to the downloads, click on it, and bring us to here, inside the CubeScript folder. Now, you might be wondering, oh, what's all this stuff? For now, we're not going to be looking at README and the CubeScript highlighter because, well, it's a README file that contains a bit of information on what the bloody hell's been doing some things, but the file should be located somewhere. You can go download it for yourself. It's available freely. It's free download anyways. But essentially, if we're doing Windows or Linux, the Linux version is indicated with a .bin extension. But since we're on Windows, all we need is to copy csvm.exe and home.dll. You'll need to do the same thing for the Linux version. I'm not quite sure on how that works. I've still got to test that one. But since they're in our directory now, we can do ./csvm. It will bring us up. You don't need to do it in caps. It's completely fine. Boom. There's a new version of CSVM. I have yet to roll back the build from the website. There's a file, a versions.json. This is the latest version of the compiler. It should stop giving you some errors later on today. As a recording from the 5th of the 11th. But since we're here, yes, this is a clickable link. Yippee. But now, if you want to set up having these two files in your folder is technically is pretty much just required because it's the compiler plus the standard library. While I wait for a couple, I'm gonna make an internet library, which then prompts me to build a libs folder, and then everything gets put in there, and then stuff gets changed around there. From here, we're gonna do ./csvm, then new. This prompts us to create a new project. Screw off Windows security. It's my bloody code. I know how to run the thing. It's going to take a bit because it's got to do some sorting out in the background. the name of project. We're going to call it cat. Why not? Do you want to make a DLL or an exe? Let's do exe. Hey, there's a bunch of stuff. We have a project.cspm, which contains the cat file, cat.cusp. If you want to compile more files, just add a second line and yeah. But now we're essentially set up for simple exe builds. Now if we do ./csvm dash c or taxi or whatever you want to call it, hopefully, yeah, there we go. It will compile. Duplicate compile items are included. Compile from your directory. Oh yeah, I must not have set up this correctly. There we go. Now if I do it, yeah, there we go. Now if we do cd bin /debug ls cd net 6.0, and then we /cat, it'll print hello. It should print hello world to the console. Hello world, yippee! That's cool. You might have seen a program.cs just fucking pop out of somewhere and then go away. Yeah, let's cd back into here and let's do it again. CSVM text C. Yeah, there's cat.cs. Now it's gone. It's to stop the workplace from cluttering up. At some point, I hope to see if I can add csvm.exe to path. But the problem would be actually, yeah, and then you'd have home.dll within the libs folder in your project and a perfectly clean thing with only a folder and a statically typed path. But I hope that's helped enough for you to be able to start making CubeScripts scripts, or CubeScripts, whatever you want to say. In order to clean up your project and get rid of it, just delete your project.cspm and CubeScript cusp things. In here, there's the exe. We delete this. Okay, let's go back up to bin, right click, and delete this one. If we do cs ./csvm new, oh no, csvm new. I keep forgetting. Name of project. DLL. From here, we get, yeah, cat cusp. This sets us up for a simple thing. We've got our namespaces, our classes, and then our public struct, which is the essentially the entry point ish. If you just do, yeah, you can just do struct main for a regular file, or you can do public struct for something with a house and a room within it. So you got to have like namespaces and classes before you can make it public. Weird. But in here, all there is just a simple this setup, and then we just yeah, and then what we do is we do csvm text C. This entire thing should get compiled to a DLL. There we go, and then home DLL gets put on top over it. Hopefully, within later today, I can bring out a version that supports WPF. Maybe Xmeriton. Not gonna, probably not that. WPF is going to be an option. You can create it on both the versions, but it won't work on Linux. Cause yeah, it's WPF. What you expect? Windows presentation forms. There's Windows directly in the title. But yeah, hopefully that's been a easy how to install and set up CubeScript for development on a Windows-based machine. It's you just on Linux you follow the exact same path, the exact same way, except replacing the cat.csvm.exe with csvm.bat, and then doing /csvm.bin. Oh no, replace it with bin, csvm.bin on Linux, or /csvm on Windows. in a couple of minutes, hopefully by the time you're seeing this info saying that there is a new version of CSVM should, not show anymore, unless the version which in the next build gets updated, so that one complies with the version on the server. So then this one's going to be out of date, and then the other one, yeah, I mean, you can still use this version if it's out of date. It's fine. It's just that it's recommended to update to the new compiler because it, functions a lot better and it works. But yeah, take care. I'll see you all later. Have fun making CubeScripts. Check the link in the description for a link to my link tree that contains all the relevant information. Come join the Discord. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment in the description, and I'll try and answer my best if it's a question. Take care.